if you are feeling like you are not good enough, I want you to ask yourself, what does good enough even mean? And who are you allowing to define those words for you? Good enough for what? And good enough for who? You are living a life for yourself, not for anyone else. So if you are allowing someone to set a certain bar up for you, then that's when you feel that you are not good enough because you can't reach that bar. It's the same thing with, for example, in school. If you're taking a course that you are not interested in, but you know how to study, and you get to the exam and you still can't do well because your teacher just throws all these super hard questions on the exam and is a very hard marker, and if you allow the mark on that exam to define whether you are good enough or not, then that's what you're allowing to happen. But if you are able to take a step back and say, you know what, I did what I could do, and I'm not going to say that I'm not good enough just because I didn't achieve this mark that I should have achieved. So it's the same thing that happens with relationships, for example. If you are in a relationship where the person who you're with makes you feel like you are not good enough by telling you things like maybe you should wear some more makeup, or maybe you should not eat that, or maybe you should go to the gym, or maybe this, or maybe that, constantly giving you things that they think you need to work on so that you are worthy of their love. It's the same thing with that exam. They are setting a bar up for you and saying, unless you reach here, you are not worthy of my love. You could fall for that, or you could, just like you would do with that exam, say, I am who I am. If you don't want to love me as I am, then leave me as I am. If you don't want to respect me as I am, then go find someone else, because I deserve love and I deserve respect, regardless of what I look like, regardless of what you think of me. If you genuinely care about me and there's something that you need to tell me, say it from an empathetic point of view, not from a judgmental point of view. Sometimes this feeling of not being good enough comes from a workplace that we're in, where our boss, for example, is constantly critical of what we do. They make us feel like we are not, we don't know what we're doing, or we are not as good as they are, or we don't deserve a certain amount of money that they're paying us. Again, they're setting up a bar for us. And many times bosses get high on power, on feeling like I am in control of her and him and her and him, and I get to tell them what to do. Same thing, they are setting up a bar for you and making you feel like you are not good enough because you are not reaching that high. Don't get me wrong, feedback is amazing. We would not become better people unless we get feedback, but there's a difference between someone making you feel like you are not good enough and someone telling you, I care so much about you. This is what's great about you. This is how you can make it even greater. Do you see the difference? When someone comes from the point of view of something is wrong with you, it's different than coming from the point of view of something is great about you, let's make it greater. So the next time someone makes you feel like you are not good enough, whether it's at school, at work, in a relationship, in real life, in the social media era that we're living in, where it's so easy to look at other people's lives and say, why am I not doing that? Why are they living their lives in a certain way and I'm not? Why are they making that much money and I'm not? Just remember, people will only show you the great parts of their lives. Ask yourself, what parts of your life do you show on social media? And that's a wake-up call. So the next time you feel like you are not good enough, ask yourself, good enough for what and good enough for who? On your own, you are good enough for yourself and for the world. So believe in yourself before you wait for someone to believe in you. See your own value before you wait for someone to tell you you are valuable. I hope this helps and have a lovely day.